Hello there guys, and welcome to episode 14 here at Elite League Racing Cup. Today we're going to race at Austria. After having a 2-week break from winning in Monza and having to go outside my house for that weekend, I just missed 2 races, but let's see if we can do this again here in Austria after having a bit of a break. So we're just nothing bad happened here in the lobby, and I just joined very normally, and I just set the tire allocations, the balanced ones, and we see that the forecast for the race is going to be wet, but unfortunately the game doesn't what do you see, they don't show you when it's going to rain, but according to my calculations and according to the tracking air temperature, it may rain around the second half of the race and to dry up at the end of that race. So I decided to just in case see if I have a wet setup, but I just got one, but I decided to just go with the dry setup just in case it goes dry by the end of the race. So we're just setting our tire pressure into 21, and let's head out into our flying lap. So heading to our flying lap, heading to the last corner in order to just exit. Oh my goodness, no, the steering wheel glitch is affecting us, and we just went wide. Oh no, we just ruined our fastest lap by just immediately right after we began that lap. So unfortunately we had to do another out lap in order to hit up my tires, and we don't have to manage our fuel. I mean, we don't have to drain our fuel a lot because we need to go for the pit lane without running out of fuel, and unfortunately the steering wheel glitch it's affecting us a lot, and that means that some cases the steering wheel glitch, I just turned up a little bit of that wheel angle. I think the game just thinks that it was just turning it so drastically, and the wheel just behaves a bit weird, and unfortunately I don't know how can it be solved, but here I am letting those drivers pass just in case they are on a flying lap, and here we are once again going for a flying lap. Oh wait, I just have to let that driver pass, and well, here we are approaching those last corners, and oh my goodness me, again we just spun again. That's just pretty bad. That was just a short one, but still we didn't lost a lot of seconds because it's before the flying lap. So head to turn 1, let's see how much we braking to 100 meters like the usual one, touching the apex, and we see that little snap of oversteer. I just felt, and we just touched the success curves. Head to turn 2, nothing to deal with. Head to turn 3, we just brake the 100 meters, and well, you should just brake a little bit too cautiously, because you just run wide by not braking so enough, or you just lock up the brakes and also you just go wide. But here we are heading to turn 6. How much we're going to do, it's going to be a little bit decently, but still we didn't touch the apex, and heading to turn 7 we just don't have to touch the apex, but into turn 8 we had to go around with those curves, and then head to turn 9, break into 50 meter. I mean, no, my goodness, once again the steering wheel glitch affecting us and going us wide before entering turn 10, but fortunately we didn't have our lap time invalidated, but our lap time it was just terrible, 106.313, which puts us into 4th position, but in reality we're just going to drop a lot of places, so yeah, we need to do another flying lap. But then heading to turn 9, about to begin our flying lap, next flying lap. Now with used softs, because I'm just saving the other soft for the flying lap and another one for the race. So heading to turn 1, 100 meters. We just passed the apex very good, and Taurus is now activated. We just have to deal once again with this terrible glitch. We just, at this point, we just dropped into 6th position. We see that the mall has just set lap time 105, almost into 104, so we just dropped into 7th position. And we see that Taurus is now has set a lap time with the medium, so that's a bit odd. But still, we're going to turn 4 and we just almost spun. But still, we're just going to complete the lap, just in case we just can. It'll be like 2.5 times, but it's very unlikely, and we just see that our lap has already been ruined, unfortunately. So, and at this point, we just dropped into 9th position, and we're just going to the final corner. We see that we just another snap of oversteer, and unfortunately we couldn't improve our lap time. So we need to do another flying lap. It's in case we have chances to go up into those positions. So well, let's just leave the garage and let's wait until the 2-minute mark to leave the garage and go to a flying lap. But then we're just waiting for the 2-minute mark, and I just saw that my teammate Imor was just getting to the pit lane. He was on his in-lap, but I decided to wait more because I just thought that he was going to just go for another lap, but god, I just did a terrible timing, because when I was just going to leave the garage, the mechanics were just going to prepare to make Imor enter the garage, and oh my goodness me, that was just a terrible timing that made me lose a lot of seconds. That was just terrible, and I just have a little minutes to go, so I was just desperately want to go for a fastest lap. So we just had like 1 minute and 12 seconds to go, so I decided to desperately go fast in order to just go for a flying lap, and I was just desperately trying to cut the corner, the turn 3, so I just decided to try to desperately overtake Victor, like just to cut the corner, but unfortunately that didn't work, and that was just losing a lot of seconds, and there's not activated. I just decided to go on 4 because we didn't have time to do this thing. If we just want to do it like decently, like another person doing in the flying lap, but I just decided to go very fast into those corners. But I was just just almost spun, because I just went wide to turn 8, and that means they lose a lot of grip, and we just crashed into the wall, and we just DNF. Fortunately, it was just only qualifying, but unfortunately we couldn't set a lap time. So yeah, we're just down into 12th position. Well, I was in 10th position, but they may just improve their lap times and drop me a few positions. That's just very unfortunate. And even worse is that I couldn't reach to get the lap time because Victor, he had time to go for a lap time. So yeah, that was just a bit frustrating for us. So yeah, we have to sit out with those few minutes of suffering. So here it is, the Qualy result. Tamal is on pole position, and the front row is finished by Santi. Then into the second row is Boyeke and Peck, in Aston Martin and Mercedes respectively, and Victor and Saxi occupies the third row. Meanwhile, the fourth row, Struckamillion and Marty occupies them both at Haas and Williams respectively. Flores and Thorn completes the fifth row, the top 10, and the sixth row is just filled by our team Alpine, Inmore and myself respectively. And Golden Tote is 13th place, and got the top 14 Jovan. So let's get into the race. Hope we get a comeback. So here is the strategy of the race. I was just checking if the rain is going to hit when I was just in the mediums in the optimum, with the optimum pace, well, going into a cliff, and I just realized that or I have to go very conservative with the mediums, or I have to go for hards. I mean, what I mean is that I think I have to start with the hards, just in case I want to be on the conservatives where I'm not good at it. So I decided to go into hards because I didn't have the confidence that with the conservative on medium still wouldn't be worth it. And also I decided to underfill a lot into 50 kilograms of fuel, and unfortunately it was just so, I did it so late that when I was just changing the tire pressure, unfortunately time was out and I couldn't change the tire temperature properly. So yeah, I have to start the race with some tire pressure that I didn't want to go for. So yeah, hope we can go for that thing and not pull it up. So waiting for the players to start lowering their strings, and here we are, beginning the formation lap. So everything's I was just going to start the formation lap when Don goes, so it was just like a reaction time practice to make the lights to so soon that we can go for a quick start, but not too soon that we just go before the lights go out, because if we just go for that before the lights go out, we just have a drive-through penalty. So we don't want those things, so it's time to go for the reaction game. So let's see, we see that 4 drivers are going to start with the hards, and I'm one of those. I think it was 3 or 4. I didn't saw, but I just had to check again, and I just realized we were just only 3, and one of those 3 was me. So the rest are going to start with the mediums. I think they were just going to think that rain is not coming, so why the strategy is going to be altered. But I think it makes alter very loud. So we're just heating up the tires. We see that the hearts are heating up a lot because we're still at 77 degrees Celsius, and the optimum temperature should be at 85%. And we see that many drivers are spinning, but that doesn't matter because we just don't lose positions in the formation lap, and also the damage is off during the formation lap. So as long as you don't crash with others, everything is fine, because if you crash with others, the grid slot will be reset and well, you balled it. So here we are, trying for our tires to be heated up. Let's see if we can park the grid slot very good. We're just seeing that they are doing some drivers, so just going to prepare to park the car, and we just clutched too much that we just passed the grid slot, and as a punishment we just got reset our grid slot. So unfortunately we have a bit of a disadvantage, but we have to do that disadvantage the least. So we're waiting for the people to park their cars, and here we are, starting the race. 5 red lights are turning on. The 3rd light, 4th light, 5 red lights are turned on, and it's lights out, and away we go. Decent start for us. We didn't gain any position, but we are now into 11th position because someone did a terrible start, and we're now into 10th position. Oh my god, oh no! That was just terrible because I think Victor just crashed into us, and the ABS is now on! Okay, back to the video. So Victor's safety car is now on, and I was just in 15th place, down into almost last position if it wasn't by both Aston Martins, and Poyek is now disqualified from this session, and Santi's retiring from the session. That means that now I'm into 14th position, which at first it won't mean anything, but at least we have one less driver to to worry about it. So yeah, Thor and myself are in the last 2 places. Let's hope we can do a comeback. So virtual safety car is now on. Let's heat up the tires, and the Delta line is just going so good that I decided to just go into a decent pace just in case. So just let's not abuse that thing, but still let's just go a bit conservative and let's punch up a bit of that lower field. And oh my god, just Storm! What have you done? Why did you just crashed into me? Man, man, that was just terrible. Virtual safety car is now ending. We are for lap 2. And we see that Storm is just going for the pits. I think he's just going to pit for mediums, I think so. But he has now a 5-second time penalty, I think, for causing a collision for myself. I don't know, I don't remember if he had a 5-second time penalty before that crash, but well, let's get on. Oh no! Storm has just pitted for hard, so let's see if Storm can nail that strategy just in case there's safety car that alters a lot of the strategy. So let's begin with that comeback and hope we can do this without any mistakes. So we're just catching Blood, who is going very slowly, but here we are, and turn it, and we see that Blood has just crashed in the same place as I crashed during qualifying, and that means that Blood has caused safety car, and I have led decision to box for mediums. I decided to box for mediums because I have no hard tires remaining, so I decided to go conservative with the mediums because I think with those laps, I think they're gonna reach into the laps where rain is going to reach. So yeah, I decided to go confidently with those mediums and hope we can do this conservatively, and there's a lot of safety cars in case we have to conserve a lot of our mediums. So let's punch up the field. So safety car is in this lap, in this lap. We see that Timor has just boxed for hearts because I'm now up into 12th position. So one less driver to conserve, to worry about. So safety car is in this lap, but the relaunch might be a little bit slow because we're just so slow that we need to go very aggressive with those tires in order to maintain that temperature at optimum temperature. So safety car has now ended, and let's see if we can make a good relaunch. Now heading to turn 10, we see that I was just going forward with the drivers because I decided to go great relaunch just in case they were so slow that, and I just go fast and we just go with those positions, but we just overtook 2 drivers round outside into turn 1, and now I am into the points position for the first time in this race. That's very good, but we see that Takumi is just trying to overtake us down the inside into turn 1, but he just sent us wide. He just crashed into us. I think he didn't calculate well that overtake, and we're down into last place. Now we are into last place, unfortunately, but we just not there anymore because I think Bernie and Victor crashed and spun, which make me go up 2 places. So here we are catching Marty and Inmore, so we can go into the points paying position once again, and we see that going into the spawn once again. Yeah, that was just terrible. So well, one less driver to worry about that. So well, Struck Million has set the fastest lap. Let's see if we can overtake Marty into this lap and to turn 1. I don't think so, but let's see if we can overtake it to turn 3. Oh my goodness! Oh, Torm has just spun, and he's now down to 11th place, and I'm now into the points paying position, in which is that Inmore and Marty are fighting for 8th position. But then now heading to lap 11, we see that Marty and Jovan are just fighting for 5th position, and Marty is just trying to overtake Jovan Now they decided to turn one, but they just made a terrible exit, and I'm just trying to overtake both that into that straight, touching a bit of grass, and I have managed to overtake them, and I'm now into 5th position, and Jovan didn't even decide to overtake me, so now I'm into 5th position miraculously. So time to catch Kamal, and we see that Saxy has dropped down into 3rd position. I think Peck just overtook him, so let's see if we can catch Tamal, but I don't think so, but never say never, like Araba said. So let's do our maximum effort and let's catch Tamal. But then now heading to the turns 9 and 10, we see that Saxy has spun in, because we are starting to the minimap, and safety car has now deployed! Safety car has been deployed, and Saxy has dropped into 4th position, but still, it was damaged enough that safety car has now deployed, but that was just very ridiculous that safety car has been deployed. At least they should have deployed VSC, but they just, I don't know why they decided to deploy safety car. I think that's the game, so we have nothing to say about the game, it's just the AI. So, oh yeah, I was talking that in those laps Tamal and myself gap were now increasing, so unfortunately Tamal was too fast that I couldn't catch Tamal, so well, the safety car has now deployed, and we see that the clouds are getting darker, and we see that rain may happen during the safety car. So I was just planning to box for intermediate, but I decided to not box for those tires because I didn't think it was going to be worth it, because I was just thinking that the rain was going to begin when safety car was going to already be ended. So it was just a tough decision, and Stocky Milling has just gone for intermediates, and Saxy just gone for, I don't know which tire did he go for, but he just focused for a new set of tires. But we see that we're now into 3rd position. For the first time we're now into podium paint position. So we're seeing that Saxy just boxed for softs. I think he boxed to get front wing repair, and well, let's see if more people are going to box, but clouds are getting darker, but still rain isn't going to drop. But then indeed it was going to rain, because we just seeing some drops of rain. So I decided to box immediately for intermediate, and I was just trying to overtake Tamal, and took the game that it was going to be illegal overtaken, and I was indeed tricking the game, but unfortunately Tamal just, or I didn't have grip and almost spin and went wide into it. Oh man, Tamal just brake checked me, but well, still we didn't have any damage nor received a 5-second time penalty, so nothing to get annoyed about it. So let's suppose that nothing happened about it, but unfortunately I didn't. That was my worst mistake I've ever made in that race, because I didn't realize that I forgot that they were going to take penalties by the game, and also they're going to apply penalties by the league stewards. So yeah, Beck just sent me a message that you cannot overtake during safety car, and yeah, it was, yeah, at the moment I just thought that I just realized that I just stepped it up. I'm now under investigation, and safety cars in this lap. We're now in the 9th position, but the others might box for intermediates. No, there are lots of drivers who have already boxed for intermediates. I think they went earlier. So yeah, we are in a terrible disadvantage, and I am in even more of a worse disadvantage, because I'm now under investigation. So they might hand me a penalty for doing that, or even a quali ban, but I don't know. But let's see if we can pre-over that penalty. And then what? Sexy, what are you doing? Why are you just crashing into me? But no one has got a penalty, so nothing to worry about that. So and Elrc has just gone to the pits, and safety car has now ended, and we're just going to get a good relaunch. And Victor has a terrible relaunch, and we're now going to overtake him around the outside into turn 1. Oh, I just braked so late, and now we're into 5th position, 4th position. It was just a lot of chaos. And oh my goodness me, what have I done? I just crashed with Victor and make him DN. Oh no, that was just terrible. And the guy didn't give me a warning, so I think it was because Victor just lost the control. But still, yeah, I'm more under investigation. I think I'm gonna have a terrible penalty, and I'm just trying to catch Marty in order to take the lead of the race. So I'm just trying to focus on the race, but still in my mind, like, I was thinking about the penalties that I might have by those incidents I had. So, but still, I decided to just focus on the race. But still, we see that some drivers has found there was a terrible case into turn 1, but still, we just got without any damage. So let's try to catch Marty, but unfortunately the guy has been increasing because Tamal's just catching us, and we're just being an easy prey for Tamal, but we're just trying to not be an easy prey, so we're not being overtaken by Tamal, but we're not having a lot of pace, and Tamal's just trying to overtake us around into turn 3, I think so. And oh yeah, he's just trying to overtake me, but I decided to brake later, and I'm now near Marty, and it has now turned into 3-way battle for the lead of the race, and we're now trying to overtake Marty around the outside into that straight, but into the grass. But unfortunately the grass slowed us down, and we're now into 3rd position, unfortunately, and Tamal has just taken the lead of the race, and we have a snap of oversteer. We just wrecked the throttle too early, but unfortunately we're now out of that fight, and we're not having pace because Sax is just trying to overtake us easily. But yeah, I just trying to do my best, but yeah, I just decided to go for my drive setup, but I think I just didn't practice enough for the Austria rain, so yeah, I didn't have a lot of pace, unfortunately. So yeah, let's try to do our best, but let's not be too aggressive or else we'll just spin. But then again, to lap 23, we have no pace, and we just have no grip, and we just almost spun. But unfortunately, Sakis is just trying to overtake us, and Rahel is just trying to overtake us in this time, and he's just trying to overtake me down the inside. He overtakes me very easily. I'm down into 4th position. That was just very embarrassing for me. So, well, yeah, Sakis, I think he just has a massive spin because he's out of the top 6, and I was just trying to catch the Storm and trying to overtake him, but unfortunately he had a better exit than me. So unfortunately the time to overtake him has gone from hard to impossible. So yeah, that was embarrassing for me because I didn't have a lot of pace, and having to turn 3, well, exiting turn 3, I mean, Thorn had a extraordinary exit, and now heading to turn 4, I was just having a great entry, but that at cost of a good exit. So yeah, I was just terrible, and Circumillion just trying to overtake me at some point into this lap or the next lap maybe. So I just trying to be in that pace, and unfortunately I don't think I was going on the pace, and although it was working a little bit, but yeah, I just went wide. That was just terrible. And came to another warning, and we just saw that Storm has a 6-second time penalty, so I'm technically still on the podium position. So, and to lap 25 and to turn 1, we're just going to do those exits very calmly, but still very goodly. So let's see, and oh no, Struck is trying to overtake it out down the inside to turn 3. He will overtake us, but he didn't. So that was just very good for me. So we're still into 4th position, but still we cannot be safe from him. because Stock is just trying to overtake me once again into turn 4, and this time he's just trying to overtake me, and this time he was successful. And oh my goodness, it was, yeah, I was just terrible, and now I'm down into 5th position. That was just terrible, and we're, no, where's my pace? Where's my pace? I don't know, but let's just try to re-overtake Struck. And I was just watching them fight for P2. Marty, Tamal, and Struck, I mean Torm, not Tamal, fighting for P2. And we see that they're very near then. And then we see that they're making contact, and oh my goodness, I think Torm just crashed with Marty, and Marty crashed with Struck, and Marty just spun and crashed into the wall, and that caused another safety car. And yes, we're now into 4th position. Yeah, man, but well, poor Marty, he had a good race, but yeah, until that point. So yeah, I got a bit speechless about that, but yeah, we're just trying to see when to box for slicks, because as we could see before the race, rain was going to hit now, but the rain was also going to disappear into those laps, and we see that 2 of them have boxed. I think they might box for slicks, and we're now into 2nd place, ahead of, behind Torn. But I'm technically in the lead of the race because Torn has a 6-second time penalty, and I'm less than 6 seconds behind him. So yeah, we're now into lead technically. So well, let's see who are going to box with, and the right boxes for softs. And I was just seeing when can we box, and I just saw that I didn't think that the risk was worth it, because the rain wasn't going to get lighter and lighter, and as you could, as for my experience, if there's light rain, the slicks are just going to be very useless, and it was just trying to be intermittent. So yeah, I don't think it's worth it, that risk. But I decided to do a suicide strategy, because I decided to go with the slicks, although it was still raining. It was just a suicide decision, and I didn't realize until it was too late. So I was going for the soft tires, because, you know, man, I had the new soft tires, so softs are faster ones. So yeah, that explains why I just went to soft tires. But that means that I don't have grip, because the track is still wet, and unfortunately I didn't go so smooth, because I decided to desperately go with those soft, and I just decided to go with, oh no, that was just terrible, and we just dropped down into 10th position. Man, that was just terrible. Why have I done this? What an idiot I am. That was just terrible. Why did I let that happen? I just pressed the button too early, and I just decided to go desperately to the box and go. I just decided to. That was just terrible. I cannot believe I've done this thing. I can't believe it. And worst of it, safety car is in this lap, so I may be in a terrible disadvantage. I'm in the worst disadvantage ever. There was just those painful seconds coming into the pits for new wing, and man, I was just so angry with that thing, and I don't know what to say. And safety car has ended, and I just had no grip. Literally, I had no grip, and I had to cross the white line in order to go to the pits. And although it's illegal in real life, but it's just the game, so they don't make me a penalty. And yeah, those seconds have turned into an eternity. I've just dropped into last position, well, 11th position, but technically I'm last place because first is just like just in a terrible gap, and I'm back into the points position. So here we are into the points position. So I decided to not retire from the race because, yeah, man, because we're just going to score a point. So at least we have something good to celebrate in that race. Although we have taking out that pretty good thing. Now breaking into that zone, I decided to go so aggressive to go as fast as possible in order to catch them out, but it was just a terrible mistake because I just pressed the throttle too early and we just spun! We just spun exiting turn 3, we just had the worst exit possible, and this time I just got real angry because, yeah, we just spun once again! That was just terrible. I was just doing the ridiculous exploding all over again. Exploding all over again. I was just saying that I'm just an idiot that I don't learn from my mistakes, and that was just terrible. I cannot believe I have done this thing. That was terrible. Why am I just repeating that word? Yeah, I'll just skip to the final lap. So here we are, suffering until the final lap. I just saw that the opportunity to overtake Imor has gone to impossible. So yeah, I just decided to make a tough decision to retire from the race. Something I didn't do in that league since like Mexico City 5 months ago. In that race, I just race quitted. And still I was in the points paying position, but I just race quitted when I had lots of penalty and I damaged my front wing. I just decided when to retire, and yeah, I did it. So yeah, that's something I didn't do since like 5 months ago, and yeah, that was just a shame for myself. Should be bad for myself, and yeah, as you could see, these were the results, and unfortunately I couldn't show you the full results because, well, the results of the race, because I just race quit to turn off my Xbox and head to my room. So yeah, that was the worst Grand Prix I ever had in this season. Well, I think Bahrain was better than Austria, so yeah, it was just terrible. But before we end this video, there were a lot of penalties that were applied by the league stewards after the race, and the drivers that got into the penalty zones were Struck, myself, Santi, Ahmed, Tamal, Flores, and Torm. Struck Emilian received a 5-second time penalty for overtaking the safety car, 3-second time penalty for tire pumping, and I think just damaging the car, and in total 8 seconds added to their time. Meanwhile, I got a 5-second penalty for overtaking during the safety car, and unfortunately I got a quality ban in Hungary for the next race. So unfortunately I have to start from last place in Hungary unless someone doesn't either set lap time. But a worse sanction came to Santi, who had a permanent ban from like reserve driver, and also from the what do you say, the official driver. So he won't race in this league anymore, so goodbye, Santi. Meanwhile, Ahmed got a 5-second time penalty for a dangerous maneuver, and well, yeah, but that's it. And then Tamal just received a warning just for making a burnout in virtual safety car, and he almost made a possible collision, but Tamal just received a warning. So, and also Flores received a warning, and then Torm received a 5-second time penalty for making a collision and being involved in the crash with Marty and Struck Emilian. As I said in those previous laps, like lap 27, I think so. So So here it is, guys. If you enjoyed this video, which I didn't, so yeah, it was just terrible, the race. So you maybe dislike this video because it was just so bad. So, and also, but if you want to be a part of the Mexico Bulls and you're interested to see if I could come back in the next race, you can subscribe to this channel. If you don't want to miss any of my videos, you can turn on the notifications and also personalize it because I have different content in my channel. So if you just want to have into F1, so just turn it out so you can well, you know that thing. So well, and also join my Discord server and also my Twitch, which are in the description down below, those links. So have a great day. Goodbye.